First Republic Bank shares sink 49% after earnings report. With traumatic increases in the federal funds rate, the banking system has been under a lot of stress. So much so that it led to banking collapses, such as Silicon Valley Bank. First Republic Bank didn't recover. This has the market concerned that there could be more problems ahead in the banking sector. The tech sector also saw disappointments in earnings results. This has led to a rally in gold, which is currently $2,000. We are also seeing a flight to safety into the DXY, which is currently 101,808. With potential trouble brewing in the banking system, flights to safety other than the DXY and gold are being considered, Bitcoin and crypto among them. Bitcoin is currently 28,305. We can see here in the blue line the SP 500 futures are indicating weakness, whilst the flight to safety into gold, the DXY and crypto is showing strength. We can see clearly that the SP 500 hasn't reacted at all well to those earnings, and especially material weakness in the IT and financial sectors. The S&P 500 closed at 1471, and we can see it's on a downward path for bearish action at the current time. Understanding how all the charts impact all the other charts is not easy to do, but we look at it through the CTKS method, and we can so far see that Apple is on a basically neutral play at the moment, heading towards a potential end-of-month close at 163, but it does have potential bearish bias because the S&P 500 will influence Apple. All the major indexes influence each other. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, and we can see Bitcoin rallying at the current time on the flight to safety notion that is penetrating markets. How is this impacting the other alts? We can see with Ethereum. Ethereum is gaining Bitcoin's gravitational bias to the upside. Ethereum is currently 1865. What about XRP? XRP is currently 4693. It's inheriting strength from Bitcoin's price action. No alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. DOGE is currently trading at 799, and of course it's borrowing its strength from Bitcoin as well. The shorts were piling into the crypto market, but they've since seen a reckoning. On the flight to safety of the banking sector, we've seen the shorts get liquidated, causing this big movement up in Bitcoin. This was always on the cards. When we look at the market, we play three hands simultaneously. We play the down hand, the neutral hand, and the up hand. This is called three-dimensional risk management. It's a concept I invented to help people to understand how financial markets can move. Financial markets are very, very turbulent, and they're very complex too. Each and every day, I try to simplify price action and help you to form the pieces of the financial jigsaw puzzle. For example, when we look at Doge, these price projections, bullish, neutral, and bearish, are formed by understanding the Stanfield lines and Stanfield zones that underpin Doge's price action, and they're made visible through the CTKS method. You can learn about the CTKS method inside the masterclass, and I'm very, very proud and happy to announce that someone you know, CTKS Partial Masterclass Scholarship Awardee, was Neil Gunn C. Well done, Neil Gunn. Bitcoin is very, very important to look at. Even if you never put money into it, you must understand its gravitational bias towards the crypto market. Bitcoin is currently up 2.78% in the past 24 hours. Turning to the 24-hour greatest gainers in the top 100, they are Injective, Render, Conflux, Near, AVAX, DYDX, and Chiliz. The greatest losers, top 100, past 24 hours, PancakeSwap, Zilliqa, TON, XDC, BSV, Tron, and BIT. We used to say the crypto is one of the most volatile financial markets on the planet. Now we just need to look at the stock market and especially the banking system, and we see that it's more volatile than crypto was. Getting on to the right side of the percentage is incredibly important. You can be on the wrong side of the trade, but on the right side of the percentage, and you'll do really well. I'll explain more what that means as we go through the top 32 cryptos, looking at pattern recognition and also seeking to identify opportunities within the market. We can see that Bitcoin staged a really nice rebound on that flight to safety from the banking system. Isn't it interesting? The banks want to stop crypto, and now you know why. The banks would want to stop the DXY and gold as well, but they can't do it. Next best thing, try to stop crypto. What's the result of that? We can see that US exchanges are moving out of the US and domiciling in different countries. The US, once a powerful technological innovator, is losing Web 3.0. Many thanks to Gary Gensler and the SEC. One thing that we pay particular attention to is this blue line. This blue line is Bitcoin's gravity. We say no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, and when we look at Ethereum, the number 2 in the crypto market, look at how the gravitational bias of Bitcoin drags Ethereum either down or up. And this is the powerful thing about the crypto industry. A lot of people have asked, Ken, how do you look at the crypto market? The first thing is to understand what you're actually looking at, the interplay between the charts. If you don't have the knowledge, it all gets very, very confusing. And even if you have the knowledge, you must know that that knowledge is always constantly shifting. For example, with the banking crisis at the moment, gold, the DXY, and crypto are flights to safety. When looking at BNB, the world's Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, uses BNB to pay lower fees on buying other cryptos. If you see BNB starting to go up, starting to perform better than Bitcoin's gravity, what it's actually telling you is people are getting more and more confident inside crypto. We pointed this out a couple of days ago, and it's actually followed through. We're always doing our three-dimensional thinking. If price moves against us, we're just prepared for that. That's not a problem. XRP, one thing to think about, when you get on the right side of the percentage, you're always trying to buy lower than the current price. If you want to spot an amateur, they'll always buy and sell at market. Market sells and buys are subject to huge slippage, which means your profits get eroded substantially in both directions. We can see XRP is borrowing its power from Bitcoin. It also borrows its weakness from Bitcoin. This is every single alt. Unfortunately, a lot of people in the crypto industry tend to get tribalistic about their particular crypto. They say it's the only crypto that exists. Well, in their mind, it could be, but the concept is Bitcoin will impact every single crypto in the market. You only have to watch the daily videos to see that's a law. There's proof. The reason that we love the alts is because they outperform Bitcoin, but they also outperform it in two dimensions, downwards and upwards. We like the upwards, that's cool, but when you get the downwards, that can be terrifying. We can see that ADA is currently twice as underwater, basically, as Bitcoin is. Keep these relativities in mind. They're important to understand. DOGE has been flattening out for a while. It could see some really nice price action. Just keep that one in mind. We've seen Matic be continuously weak, but starting to turn around. If Bitcoin goes for it, I would imagine that Matic will become very strong. It's also good to understand that when we get a lot of sell downs, if you're buying effectively and you're buying conservatively, what you will find, the double-digit gainer days will come. They always come. No alt can resist Bitcoin's gravity, and when we saw Bitcoin selling down, look at Solana, it's sold down traumatically. We're going to quickly run through the next group of 8. We can see DOT has been moving in directional correlation with Bitcoin. One thing that we mentioned yesterday and the day before, Litecoin tends to recover quite nicely when Bitcoin starts to turn around. We're starting to see this playing out inside the markets. So when you look at BNB and of course Tron, they were recently taken to task through the SEC. But what we also note is they were particularly strong during this downturn. Why were they strong? Because the sellers got exhausted. It could be really interesting with SHIB. You can see SHIB has overcome this level of resistance. We may be just seeing the very start of a retest. And if Bitcoin's gravitational pull continues to the upside, SHIB could do particularly well. Litecoin, SHIB, and DOGE are very, very good recoverers. That particularly means when Bitcoin starts to go, they start to go. AVAX is another very strong project, and we can see it breaking out of this basing range. We know that what's actually occurring is Bitcoin's gravity is pulling AVAX up. It's also pulling Link up. It's pulling Atom up. It's pulling Uni up. It doesn't matter what the crypto project is, Bitcoin dominates it to the upside and to the downside. Turning to the next day, we can see Stellar. Stellar is just getting power from Bitcoin's gravity. It's getting pulled up with it. What about ICP? Look at that spike that ICP went through recently. Could we see another spike like that again? Please let me know in the comments if you think that's on the cards. Looking at Filecoin. Filecoin is deeply underwater in comparison with Bitcoin's sell-off. Just keep that one in mind. You want to, when Bitcoin recovers, you want to keep your eye on what's being damaged the most because they generally recover quite well. You can be on the wrong side of the trade, but on the right side of the percentage and do very, very well. In Zone 3, we understand what's called the 10-5-10 rule. What's the 10-5-10 rule? It goes like this. If you bought something for $10 and it went down to $5, you just lost 50%. But if it goes from 5 back up to 10, hence the 10-5-10, you just made 100%. You want to be scaling in when price comes down, but you must know what you're doing. Don't just blindly do it. You need to have structure and you need to have knowledge. As a community, we believe in Borsog. What is Borsog? Borsog is buy on red, sell on green. And what's that BKTO? What does that mean? That means be kind to others and of course be kind to yourself. The concept of Borsog comes from Rule 621 inside the Masterclass, buy on red, sell on green. And here you see the Borsog eagle screeching. Borsog is a very, very powerful way to trade any financial market. It does require knowledge though. You can't just blindly Borsog all over the place. You'll get yourself whacked. It's important to know what you're doing. When we look at Aptos, we can see Aptos is borrowing its strength from Bitcoin's gravity. What about HBAR doing the same thing? LDO doing the same thing? What about ARB doing the same thing? And NIA doing the same thing? You can see how Bitcoin impacts the alts. Let's go down 8 more and see if this relationship is holding true. Yes, it is with VET. What about with APE? Yep, it is holding true there. Algo has been severely beaten down recently. There could be some interesting rallies in Algo, maybe something to keep in mind. Quant tends to perform quite well at times like this. We can see Quant has had a degree of strength recently. The graph, GRT, is also looking quite good. It's just borrowing its strength from Bitcoin. What about Phantom? Again, borrowing its strength from Bitcoin. If you understand that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, you're going to do really, really well in the crypto market. What about EOS? Yep, following Bitcoin's gravity. What about SAND? Yes, also. You can see that this rule is very, very powerful. There were so many fantastic comments in yesterday's video. We did a challenge. Go for 24 hours showing kindness and gratitude to others. Please let me know, how did you go during that past 24 hours? I'd love to hear your comments. The correct trading mindset can take years and years and years to develop if you don't have the right mentoring. Positive excellence is all about putting money in its place. Money is an infinite commodity. You can never have enough of it. It doesn't matter how much you have, you'll always want more. The key, the secret, don't focus on the money. Focus on gaining the skills. Focus on gaining the talent. Focus on putting the pieces of an ever-changing jigsaw puzzle together. That's why when you focus on kindness, you focus on gratitude, the whole world takes on a new meaning. A lot of people say, I will be happy when ... and that ... is usually something like this. When I get $1 million, or when I get $2 million, or when I get $100 trillion, whatever the number is. It's not like that. You can be happy right now. You just need gratitude. For this next 24 hours, if you would like to accept this particular challenge, the gratitude challenge, find things to be grateful for. Find people to be grateful for as well, and tell them you're grateful to know them. Over the next 24 hours, keep your eyes on gold. Keep your eyes on the DXY. And also Bitcoin. Opportunities do reset daily. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. Just get into the market, but do it sensibly with your three-dimensional thinking. You can see three-dimensional thinking isn't that difficult to do. That's why I'm putting these particular paths up to help you. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.